Okay, so I have a piece of Arsh 100% cotton cold pressed paper. I've just taped it down with some Scotch Magic tape on a piece of cardboard. So I'm gonna take my mechanical pencil and I'm just gonna rough out where I would put the land. You could have it this way, that way. I think I'm gonna have like a road kind of going from the right down and where you can't see it, kind of this way. I'm gonna have the land this way. I don't know. And we could put like a tree coming here off. And then we've got some small trees here and here. They're not sequential because we'll be painting them in. And because it's Valentine's, you know, think of any kind of landscape you're doing. I'm going to make this a little bit, just taking my eraser, kind of curve a little bit more this way on the road, and then we have the land kind of here. Yeah, obviously Valentine colors. So pinks, reds, can add little browns in there. I'll be using my 12 Aqua Elite from Princeton, and I'm gonna get water on it. And I have all these colors here. I'm gonna loosen up some burnt sienna, and I have bright rose. So now we have like a reddish, rosy kind of brown, right? And I'll put that in as kind of my road color, more brown. I'm just gonna loosely throw this in. See how I'm just gonna quickly throw that in real quick. We want this quick, and then we can use the foreground, this part, more pink, right? Or you can add some red to it. So I've got that bright rose, and it's kind of mixing in here. I've got some loose paint. Look how loose I'm painting this. Really loose. I didn't paint a sky for a reason, and because I'm gonna like, the leaves are gonna be like pinks. Just go like this real quick. Pink, 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 and come out here. Look at that. Simple pink, right? Add some thicker paint with cadmium red light and some bright rose mixed together. It's thicker, and you can kind of like see it's while it's wet. You know, this is wet on wet now. We had wet on dry. Now we're doing wet on wet. Same brush. I'm just kind of making these little. It's the paint's thicker, so I'm just making these little strokes with the tip of my brush. Getting at some more values happening in here with the pink. Now you can take the paint again, even thicker, kind of tap a little bit of color if you want. If you're going to splatter it, which would be kind of fun, you might want to cover. I'm going to grab a paper towel. You might want to cover that top area. So if I was going to splatter here, which would be kind of fun. Watch out for your road too. But it's thicker paint, so adds a little green. Get out your frustrations. It's a little tricky to kind of splatter thicker paint, so try and get a little bit wet. But look how cool that looks. And that can be almost like your flowers too. Get out your frustration. Take it out on the, I always tap it on top of something like a pencil or another paintbrush. Just makes my life a lot easier. Get all that frustration out. Like that, see? Cool. We'll be doing that up here too. But right now we're just doing it down there. And if we got that road, don't forget. So now, up top, I want to mix some grays up there. Because we have a lot of pink already. We don't want pink, pink, pink everywhere. We do want some gray. So ultramarine blue deep and burnt sienna. Da-da-da-da. Mix them together. Get a nice gray. Water it down so it's not super thick. We want a light gray. The more water, the lighter it will be. And if you have a lot of water on your paintbrush, you can just tap it on a paper towel and remove it. So here we're going to add some gray colored trees. Just taking your brush, go out this way, and that way. And actually, I think I'm going to actually just wash down some gray in here in the background. I think that's what I'm going to do more. There we go. It's a little too dark, so I'm going to clean up my brush. Just put some clean water on there and just kind of mush the color around. Look at that. See, just kind of wiggling my brush, mushing the color on. I'm leaving some white still on with the paper, not touching it. So now we got some nice gray tones happening. And if you want a little bit lighter in the middle, just kind of take that out with a paper towel. Look at that. And we can start to add a little bit of gray back here. It's a gray day. It's February. It's not exactly fine. You can start to play with adding some pink. So here we go. Tapping it or splattering it or just kind of taking really loose paint. Going like this. These would be like a tree foliage along with the gray. It's a gray day. I'm going to do a big tree here. But right now I'm just going to see how it's kind of blending into that gray. Sweet. As it's starting to dry, we can take a smaller brush and put some like nice small trees in the background. And that smaller brush would be a Princeton 8 long round. So again, the same two colors. It's probably still too wet, but if we can get it a little thicker, and I'll just take off some of this paint. Let's see if it moves. It's moving slightly. So now we're going to add trees, tree branches back here with the gray. So it's like a forest that's happening back here. I have the Princeton 8 long round Aqua Elite series. It's a great brush. Got a nice belly and then a really great point. I like it better than the Velvet Touch for the point, for the long round. It has a much pointier point. to the point. Lots of points. So it's still kind of wet. I'm going to let it dry. While it's drying, I'm going to play around with my road a little bit more. I'm going to go back in my burnt sienna and maybe a little pink, a little bit more brownish color. Add a little more pink and kind of go back in here and dry brush, which means it's like I tap my paint on the paper towel, remove some of it, and just go over this paper like this, like kind of scuffing on top of it, so you get this texture. And a little bit of color back here for the road. It's going off into the distance. And here you can start to play with if you want to put like an actual heart in here, and your little massive flowers. You can put little hearts. And they don't have to be perfect looking, but they can be kind of cute. Get bigger towards they get closer to you. Just a little shape of a heart. I don't even know if you can actually see them. You can probably see it where it's not splattered, or make it darker. Maybe if you add some pyrorubin. Get a little bit darker. We're making up a little, little landscape here. Adding my hearts. Now I have something similar to this in the Valentine's card I did a while ago with the house, but this is like the woods, more of a landscape. Now, obviously, if you want to keep it more like, okay, Ellen, this is goofy with the hearts, don't have to put them in. You do not have to do everything I'm doing. Take some creative control, people. Okay, I think it's kind of dry now. Go back in here. Get these trees. Lost my trees. Lost that love and tree. I can kind of bring it down here into the land for this one. Same thing here. Get a little bit darker. We're going to get some darker trees in there. Okay. I'm going to let it dry for a bit and come back. Okay. It's dry now. All that good stuff. I'm going to do the tree in the front. So I've mixed those two colors. If you want to make it more brown than gray, do that. The gray is pretty though with the pink. And I have my big tree here. And it's going up and across and out this way. Add like another branch from here. Okay, so getting this color. It was still bleeding a little bit. I had to go and dry it. And make sure yours is dry and add these little branches. Because this is a tree in front. We want to get this a little bit darker. Kind of make that tree branch go out this way. Wiggle it. We'll be adding in some leaves with the pink. You can add a little bit of black around here. And we can start to add like another tree here. Kind of hug it. So you're basically just taking a landscape and making it pinky. Pinky. For, you know, Valentine's. You can do that with anything. You guys gotta use your imagination. I always say to people, whatever season it is, think outside the box by taking like what's around you, right? If you're like, I'm stumped, I don't know what to do. Well, you could look at your teacup and turn that into a Valentine's. Your cat, your dog, anything. Yeah, you could paint like a scene that's from your mantle on your fireplace and put Valentine's on it. That's all you do, is just taking like everyday stuff and just turning it into something seasonal to make a Valentine's card. And I'm adding a little bit more trees back here. So it's a little woodsy happening. Another one back here. You could have birds, you could have deer back here, you could do whatever you want. Okay, get a little thicker with the paint. Sound effects and all. I'm gonna put a big branch this way. Get this a little thicker. Yes. And maybe I'll have another one right here on the side, kind of going up over this way. And now go back to my 12, and you can kind of splatter up here, loosening up this pink. I love bright rose, this cadmium red light. So you come separately, kind of cool. And you can splatter for the leaves. Get it looser by dipping it in water, and it gets bigger. Look at that. This takes minimal effort. So a little red, a little pink. Let's get all your frustrations out. You could also just tap it, tap, 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 and kind of push down that paint. So it's not just like little teeny splatters, it's now pushed down into like, you know, tree foliage. You know, I don't know what kind of pink trees are around there, but we're gonna make a pink tree. If you feel like it's too much in the middle, just kind of lift it up a little bit. Tapping a little bit of pink back here, and then you could change the color. You could add little purples. You know, you could add a little green in there too if you want to, but it's Valentine's, so we're keeping it all in the pink vein. And then I'm going to go back again and maybe add some shadows. Get a little bit deeper back here. With some pink in a road. You know, it'd be really kind of cute is if it was like a little house back here and you wrote the sign like, you know, whoever your name is for you and your lovey, their house, you know, their love house. So now I'm going to grab my blue and burnt sienna for the gray again. And kind of do like, again, dry brushing on the road. Not much sun coming through there, but you can kind of pretend that it's got a little shadow if you want, and going across the road or down this way. Right? Because it is light back here. Excuse me. Yeah. And I made it like more of a purpley. Oh, that one's a little too dark. That's okay. Lift it up. Shadow. A little shadow coming back here. So I kind of darken this whole area. So it seems like, you know, the sun is coming from this way, or whatever. You see how it's really light back here. Again, this is not supposed to be like some real perfect landscape. It's just a cute Valentine's card. Isn't that cute? And that's kind of it. And we're going to just take it off and put it on a piece of cardstock. And we'll have this like really cute little Valentine's card. Like I said, you can put little hearts in the front here. You know, like the leaves have fallen, but they're hearts. I love it. And I'll take some clean water and kind of push around this color here, back here. So it's kind of like blended a little bit better. So just these little doodads splattered everywhere. It's much better. Like I said, and then just kind of a little bit of wash going back here. So the light's coming from there, coming out this way. Isn't that cute? Okay, so once you've finished painting, you peel off the tape, put it on some cardstock. Look how cute that is. Isn't that great? Super fun, super easy. You can do many different ways in a landscape, you know, any which way but loose. If you're a Patreon member, like I said, you get the trace of this and the extra tutorial of the couple walking down the city block with the heart balloon. If you want to be a Patreon member, click the link in the description box below where you get to learn about my Patreon. You get weekly exclusives. You get first dibs on watercolor workshops and retreats. That's a huge bonus. And coming up soon this year, I'll be adding in some Zoom classes, and Patreon members will get a discount code for that. All right, guys, take care. Happy painting. Talk to you soon.